Hello, everybody, and good afternoon to you. Welcome on into another OOTR Standard Tournament Season 5 match. This is lower bracket round 2, DylanMeeble versus CheckRaise. And on the commentary, we have August 40th and Milk. How are you two doing?
Well, I'm going to start talking a little bit faster than that. I am super excited for this matchup. How about you, Mel?
I'm really excited for this match. You know, Dylan had a pretty exciting couple of matches up in the winner bracket before being knocked down here by, of course, what the hell's happened. CheckRaise also had some very exciting opponents: Casey Necro, Yo-Yo Canary. I believe everyone should be able to see the stats screen. I still cannot get over how much I love these. I want to kind of fangirl a little here over their best time evers. I know these don't mean a whole lot because it's just, you know, one of hundreds of seeds that they've played, but 2 seconds apart. I am really hoping that we see some of that action here.
Well, it's one of under 60 total races for CheckRaise.
Yeah. 58 total races and seed 16. You know, we've seen a lot of runners kind of maybe do differently than they would have done in previous settings. Some people have really embraced path hints. Others, you know, kind of still have difficulty piecing those together after so many years of WAF. But again, just like best time ever is just one marker, their seeding is just one marker. We can see that technically in the races they have participated in together, CheckRaise has a slight advantage there, taking 4 higher places against Dylan. But
yeah, CheckRaise not given a whole lot for us to go on. I'm a little less familiar with them. I actually got to meet Mr. DylanMeeble at Speed Gaming Live when that was an in-person event. Cool guy.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the good old days. But they've been around for a while, taking some breaks here and there, but very familiar with the speed run, you know, the vanilla run. And I suspect CheckRaise too. The only reason for that is the single letter in their file name. It kind of gives me a hint that they might do some speed running.
Yeah. For those unfamiliar, choosing anything that's more than just one character loses you time in this game, just because of how the text boxes load. CheckRaise, I saw him a little bit in the co-op tournament, most recent season over on Silver Gauntlets. Believe they did quite well. Their team. I can't quite remember if they made it to the finals or the semifinals, but they did quite well over there. Let's see. Is it Nooms? Glitches are not allowed. This is a glitchless rule set. You will see a couple of things that look like they might qualify, but for the most part, this is all glitchless.
Yeah, the two exceptions to those being ground jumps, a pretty easy trick to do with bombs. There's a handful of ways to do it too. And then flame storage, which is really applicable in a handful of spots. The most advantageous being in the Royal Tomb, and that is usually done out of logic. And that's as simple as put your stick away and as it goes away, have it pass through the torch and keep it that torch loaded in the load zone that you're working in.
Yeah, some glitches allowed, but things like flame storage you can oops your way into doing. It's so funny to say that because it is actually much harder than that, but you could accidentally get flame storage.
Yeah. On the other hand, there's things like ISG that you can very easily oops in like Gerudo Fortress. If you do it there, all right, no big deal. But otherwise, ISG is banned.
Yep. And we are off. All right, back alley of market. Technically child market. It's okay. They'll figure
back alley looks so much nicer.
So
That's
much nicer. Where's the dead guard?
If I'm living in the future, I want to be back there.
Hey. Oh, Song of Storms on Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
All right. Little concerning. And I saw a couple of things were dead. All right. VXR. Hint Master. 40 dead. 30 dead. Hammer Chest dead. Perfect. Thank you. We did not talk at all about what we're starting with here. Our Shadow Medallion and Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah. Thankfully, we've got a pair of trackers that are so good and honed in on clicking their mouse buttons. We don't really have to mention that.
I know, right? We're just along for the ride.
Shout out to Catropolis and Shannock, helping us track for this this exciting race this evening, morning or afternoon, wherever you might be.
Time zone. Ban time zones. Ooh, and a strength up on that. Man on roof.
He's saying, I've been doing some weightlifting at the gym. I don't need this anymore. As CheckRaise finding our first foolish hint, Lost Woods. That's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. And a nice heart container. For anyone who is newer to these settings, we have chest size matches contents on, so you will not see a lot of small chests being opened by these runners. Usually around the 5 to 6 heart range, and once they have explosives. That's when we'll stop seeing those. Just $5.
And Laro. But another fun addition to Season 5 is that the Foolish Hints are all-inclusive, so we don't have to worry about that Skull Mask hint, don't have to worry about Slingshot Target.
Oh, and a t-shirt. Let's go.
Halfway to Fashion Percent.
Yeah, halfway to Fashion Percent, and amazing. We do have a prediction up. Who do you think will win? Gamble your fake money responsibly.
It's gonna be too close to call for my wallet. CheckRaise is the favorite in that 16-seat spot, but this is 3 minutes in, anyone's game.
Yeah.
Nearly neck and neck.
Yeah, I mean, the thing we always say, rando's gonna rando. That's why we say that best time doesn't really matter. The seating doesn't really matter. All it did was create the bracket. Also, not to discount the amazing work these runners did in the qualifiers to get here. We have seen an amazing top 64 so far.
Dozens and dozens of racers fought for the place. Top 64 made it to brackets. The lower top 64 made it into the Challenge Cup.
And yes, Just Bleedin', I usually include boots in Fashion Percent, but you know what? Some people might not. Maybe it's Closet Percent for them. I don't know.
See, there's a certain point in the year where I really don't like wearing shoes anymore.
Got some very interesting copy pastas going on in chat.
Oh yeah.
Spam this beetle to help DylanMeeble. Spam this check to help check. Love it. Alright. Dompe, you got anything? No.
CheckRaise with a very impressive time though. 48. Tough to beat that.
48. Pretty good. Yep. It looks like Dylan probably will be losing the Dompe race time, but not by much.
Grandpa, today, he's got half a heart of love for us. Not bad early game.
Yeah, you know, the nice thing here, getting a warp song, Bolero is a pretty good song to get early on. It's for adult.
Also got that strength upgrade, so I'm curious to see if the runners will take that into Goron City or Dodongo's Cavern. Or is it time just to go child?
You know, I am curious to see if we get some divergence from these runners. You definitely go get your song from the Bolero check, depending on what song you're getting here.
Yep.
You might just be going on a song chain adventure, but it's hard to tell. There are some things some runners prefer doing. You're an adult in Kakariko here. You're definitely not following Serenade. That doesn't get you anything. Not as adults anyway.
Yeah, it might push you a little towards that Temple of Time.
Yeah, Pepperoni saying DC up to the Switch when you have Strength 1 in CAC. Definitely a lot of runners like peaking above Dodongo's Cavern.
Yep.
Ooh, we like Prelude. Who's up for a lot of age changing?
Yeah, it looks like DylanMeeble, though. Maybe not. Yep, he's going into Fire Temple. We're gonna see if we're hammerlocked. As Light Medallion is our reward for the Fire Temple.
Spirit, Forest, and Dodongo's, I think, was the last one.
We got Shannock and or Cat on it.
Yep, they will get those updated very shortly, everyone.
Oh, and we are keylocked / hammerlocked in the Fire Temple.
Immediately.
But playing Bolero immediately shut them out from going into Goron City or the Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like both of our runners are going to maintain this synchronous routing for the meanwhile.
Alright, check getting that info. Gonna go show us child shooting.
Yes, outside the Temple of Time, 30 is also dead. Despite there being 2 Skullful of tokens in the hash, 30 and 50 so far dead.
30 and 50 or 30 and 40?
I thought it was 30 and 50.
Oh. Okay. Strength 2.
Strong.
Strength 1. Identical strengths.
I have a feeling we're going to get Requiem in our child song route.
Yeah, we might need those. I mean, Strength 2 opens up a few kind of interesting things. The maze in Goron City, fully accessible.
I'm confused as to why Dylan picked up that mask. We got that Lost Woods hint.
I think, you know, like you said, sometimes you might forget that it is all-inclusive. Oh, right. Skull Mask has to be dead just because Lost Woods is dead.
Maybe
you just go, oh, I don't have a Skull Mask hint yet.
Yeah, maybe he just really likes the Keaton mask.
Maybe he wants Bunny Hood. Yeah, Soulblade, Bunny Hood.
Is Fast Bunny Hood a thing for these flags? I don't think it is.
Oh yeah, Bunny Hood makes you go fast. Zoom zoom. Get the zoomies.
If I pull the Sea Falcon and Commentator's Curse to seed in the future.
Don't do that. Our commentators blessed this seed.
No, seed in the future. This is a seed in the past, 20 minutes in the past.
You're right. We are on a 20-minute delay. Alright. Yeah, I would not be too surprised. Maybe we'll get all warp songs and none of the child songs here. We know that Storms is, looming on Ocarina of Time. This is not the worst of Stone Dun. Oh, a vanilla horse.
Yeah, there is our horse song.
Top aisle. Boo.
Well, it opens up a few checks in GTG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and with that strength too. I mean, we need a hook shot before that strength 2 is relevant there. But also uses in GTG. We don't actually need a hook shot. These runners can do hook shotless GTG, no problem.
And the wasteland. But definitely, I agree. You at least want a bow before you go out that direction. Hook shot, it's nice to have.
That was a bow.
Zora's River, brought to you by the letter D.
So that spawn actually has some interesting, logical implications. We don't need a bomb or scales now to access this as child. Which,
Yeah.
Matters sometimes. We'll see if it matters today.
It matters if your brain's working. We have seen our first major divergence here with Dylan going to the lake.
Usually runners, I hear, check their spawn before playing a warp song just in case. But there's no reason that not to start setting up your scarecrow, not to do your child fishing.
Kind of like CheckRaise getting some beans. I've seen a first hook shot on top of the lab too many times to count.
Is that a wallet? No, slingshot.
That's a fun toy.
Yeah.
Good for shooting spiders. Not much else.
Yeah, we don't even need it for target in the woods. Of course, it's gonna... The seed is just gonna give us everything that we would need for Lost Woods, and we don't need it.
And either my stream is resyncing and Dylan's doing fishing again, or he missed his first fish.
Hmm.
Oh, he said no.
Oh no, Dylan. Dylan, please. Okay, in the meadow is our Nocturne.
And a bomb bag here.
There's our
wherever
bombs.
CheckRaise is.
Let's go.
In the river, right. Bombs and a bow. Double river path.
Yeah.
And there's 40.
Well, if 40 wasn't dead before, it's definitely dead now.
Ooh, graveyard. Hinted foolish.
Oh. Interesting. You kind of wish you had that before you went there, but at least you're not going back to do, torches, Sunsong Grave.
Yeah, a decent amount marked off the list.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, chat was kind of questioning what was up in the crate and graveyard. It's definitely nothing.
Never say never, but it looked pretty dead.
And you are right, Shannock. You can do... Clearing out South Field on your way to Kokiri Forest is a good feeling. Not have to thinking about that scrub, not having to think about...
Yeah, unfortunately, Dylan, no bomb bag is gonna leave those on his checklist.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, you have a horse. It's not the worst. It's just something to remember.
And you also have Serenade, likely to be back as adult.
Mm-hmm.
We've hinted that the hammer chest is dead in Fire Temple,
Mm-hmm.
but never telling when Pierre's gonna strike.
I'm starting to think Dylan might just like the Keen mask. To be honest. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mask. There are worse choices.
Yep. CheckRaise with a classic right all A.
And unfortunately for us, the seed maintains to be a bit linear. One divergence from our runners, garnishing CheckRaise that bomb bag and slingshot. And did he get the bow?
I believe so. Yes. Thank you, Tracker. Too busy pointing out, there is that hook shot I was talking about. That could be really big for Check. That is GTG.
That is also our red medallion minus a green song.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we don't really care about the green song.
Iron Boots and Magic here in Mido's house.
Let's go.
A little bit of love.
So, where's our Song of Time? We're just gonna be hanging out on Saria's here.
Iron Boots not great to see with Stonewater.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
Those stone items gotta turn up eventually. Where was that second hook shot?
The hook toilet is long shot.
Okay, so maybe that's why we have early Iron Boots.
And a nice early Furor's Wind, usable and everything. What is this seed?
I think we're gonna get Song of Time in Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think Saria's is gonna be our Song of Time, and I think GTG has all of the goods.
I mean, in the last, 3 minutes, we got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Hookshot, Iron Boots, Magic. The seed has begun to open up.
Yeah.
Giving our runners different paths.
Mm-hmm.
They've already made a pretty big divergence, and we'll see if they continue to make those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Check's routing has paid out just a little better than Dylan's. Nowhere where it's like Dylan's on the clock already, and there it is. Yeah, it's not a jet until someone is in go mode.
29, 64, 13, 41, and 2.
Are we on Lost now? What?
No, I successfully predicted Song Time, so I took a stab at some lotto numbers. Deku Trees path to something purple.
Well, something purple would have to be Bongo right?
I think so, yeah. There's also Nocturnus Shadow somewhere that Sheik teaches us.
We do not know if they need Longshot in this seed yet. But you know, all dungeons gets us Song of Storms, which is a pretty scary.
Well, with that long shot and technically a Lens of Truth, we can logically make our way all the way out to Requiem. We already have Silver Gauntlets. It's our Force Medallion. It's looking pretty tasty.
Yeah. So, Dylan, already back adult. This isn't really a problem, but he does need to go river, and I would say pretty quickly. Just because having bombs early, having a hook shot early, having a bow early, that is an advantage that CheckRaise can literally run away with, depending on how long it takes Dylan to find those things.
Yeah, that bomb bag might slow CheckRaise down doing a few more child checks. Could pop into Goron City, might do the grotto in the Lost Woods just for the hint stone. And he'll clear an extra check in the meadow.
Yep. Wolfos Grotto for sure.
Looks like Dylan's taking that strength up Death Mountain.
Yep, and it makes sense.
What's he looking for? Oh, money. He's looking for a shield. That sucks.
This is just another time where we can mock Greg, say that memes are bad all we want, but the number of times runners are 1 rupee short.
I just want a penny, bro. Yo, kill the Tektite. Those are money droppers in Zelda 1.
Oh. Just break this rock. You don't need a shield for Dodongo's Cavern. You're fine. You're
in here as child for some reason, and the key spurns your shield. It's good to know if it's vanilla scrubs. The scrub on the lobby, he sells you a shield. It might be beneficial to know where some of the vanilla Hylian shield scrubs are. I think those exist.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's been said.
Like, when was the last time you played Vanilla August?
I think it was sometime around Rando 2.0.
Basically, all of the scrubs, all of the grottos, trash. Never.
I remember a bunch of the double scrubs have green and red potions.
Yeah. So, Zora River path to King Dodongo is definitely going to help Dylan. That can literally only be the bomb bag. Or something leading directly to the bomb bag. In this case, we know.
And just the lobby and a little peek there. He's out.
He knows. Yeah.
Yeah, good hit.
Dylan's like, no, I want that bomb bag. We don't have a bottle, otherwise maybe Dylan would even rush Icewell up there. Why not? The meta is strong. And CheckRaise.
This one.
Gonna show us Richard, I think. Yep.
Favorite little Dickie.
Doggo. Yeah, exactly, Cubs. They'll definitely get the bombs, definitely get the bow. The hook shot's a little sus.
But Dylan, here with Silver Gauntlets, we're gonna clear out the maze.
Hey, pup time, let's go. Oh man, bomb troop bowling and everything.
Oh, right. Time for bowling. 200 bucks. Nuts.
Yeah, long shot on toilet. So good.
Always useful to have info and have that info early.
Yeah, we will also see Castle Fairy here. This is often hinted foolish because it's only one item, and more often than not, that's not a good item. But
And the game loves hinting those one-off locations.
winner heart piece.
Jabu and Frogs too. Foolish.
So Jabu is our last stone dungeon. So we have a
Looking likely.
path stone Deku, foolish stone Jabu.
And Song of Storms on the Ocarina of Time.
Yep. Yeah, so Dylan is going through Lost Woods here. Oh,
Ooh.
we need that. That's
Maybe.
great for CheckRaise.
We maybe need that.
Yep.
Another stone item.
We definitely needed Kokiri Sword. It's path to Bongo Bongo.
Oh right, Deku Tree Path to Bongo.
Yep, we absolutely needed that stone dungeon. Yes, Tonal.
I retract my previous statement.
I mean, it's still, we might need it, but...
I know CheckRaise is taking that and he's making a beeline, changing up his plan.
Yep.
I assume he was thinking of going adult, but not with that butter knife, not with Tree Path to Bongo.
Whatever it is in here, if it stins, if it hovers, Weirdo's letter,
That's a nice find.
we want that.
Also want Nocturne Shadow.
Yep. That was hinted, so we knew that was waiting for us.
Right. But with those irons in that river hint, Dylan's looking good to get his bow here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, bomb bag and the slingshot.
Nice, quick way to get in there.
Will CheckRaise show us our two Deku Tree hints? Stay tuned only here on ZSR.
I imagine you do, especially without a Phantom Ganon hint. Knowing that you have all of the forest items, you wonder what you're gonna get for that.
Oh, I wonder what's in the Rando Sea.
Hey, Deku Tree Path to Bongo! At the Deku Tree, how kind.
Will it be Din's Fire? Will it be the hover boots? Or something that leads to those? CheckRaise going for both hints. Requiem.
In ice. Okay. We will probably be seeing that today then.
Yeah, definitely Ice Cavern over Jabu's belly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially if that letter rears its ugly head.
Alright. CheckRaise. Has 5 hearts, has bombs, and seems to be done opening small chests.
Yep. As you said that, Dylan picking up his own bomb bag.
Slingshot. Oh no.
Ooh. Pretty. Yeah, there's definitely something either in spirit or the like room.
So that was strength 3, everyone. None of our strengths are strength locked. Yeah, time to yeet that rock, probably.
No, OGC foolish incoming.
Don't we have all of our foolishes?
Lost Woods, Jabu. What's our third?
Well, maybe it's just the two.
Yeah, Dylan, just the two. Soulblade saying we have them all.
Oh yeah, graveyard.
Graveyard. Thank you, chat.
Alright.
Big
What else you
chest.
got, Deku? Hovers. We
That's
like
what we're
that
looking for.
more. We like that a lot more than Strength 3.
But it also means we don't need the long shot to logically cross the wasteland.
Yes.
But we do need the lens.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on where we find letter. We'll just probably get Requiem instead. Rich, the stuff that Dylan is missing is largely just behind bombs. So the hookshot is in South Field, the scrub down there. The slingshot, Dylan just absolutely ignored. It was in River, he was just there. And the Kokiri sword was in Castle Ferry.
Yeah, just 31 minutes in. These runners are in it to win it. They are going left and right all over the place. Seem to be pushing them in a similar direction for the first 15 to 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, all hell broke loose.
Yeah, the difference we're seeing here for anyone just coming in, CheckRaise checked Child Spawn, which is inside the waterfall in Domain, near the river, so he ended up going down river, where Dylan opted to play Serenade, finished the child checks there, and river was where our bomb bag was, and that kind of opened up, of course, the bomb-locked checks for check along the way.
Yeah, it'll really factor into Dylan's routing when he does South Hyrule Field for his hook shot.
Yep. Yeah, and that's, I would say, the only real wild card here. As Inko is saying, Storms is on Oot, so it's definitely not over until it's over. We wouldn't say that anyway. 30-ish minutes in, like, there's still so much left that can troll in a seed like this.
Positively.
But I would say that hookshot is the biggest concern on Dylan's part.
But there is the Goron Ruby for CheckRaise, and they are out of there. They got their butter boots.
Yep.
In a pretty strong...
And pretty strong with Strength 3. I would go check Yeet Fairy. 100%. I'd be like, I'll grab the skull, I'm checking this. Because you know what? You just never know.
Yeah, it got him his Kokiri sword. Maybe, even if it's just Big Goron sword in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a worthy check.
Yep. Felix! Thanks for the, was it 27 months I saw? 26. No, yeah, 27. I can count.
Chest.
Hey!
Slingshot.
Nice. So, slingshots are free for everyone. And Check is gonna yeet that rock. Let's go!
The only caveat here, it does set your time of day to night.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in routing in any daytime checks, be careful.
And there is letter. Rush. Ice.
Not without an empty bottle.
I mean, go turn letter in.
Or you could try to convince someone for those blue fire arrows.
Clearly. Just,
This would be the seed form. We've got our bow, we've got magic.
Yep. This is not sure what's going on, what the actual, like, asterisk on this seed that's gonna make it terrible is gonna be, but it's coming. Alright,
Well,
check. What's
I
in yeet?
I do know a lot of racers don't like such an open seed. You know, we have letter, we can do our stone dungeons. We have everything open to us, and that's not the biggest, the most popular type of seed.
Yeah, I guess Check is probably going to do forest here. Oh, gonna clear out the rest of Crater. Makes sense.
Yeah, might be tempted to jump into Dodongo's cavern.
Ooh, August, do you see what I see?
No.
We're very close to a hype train, folks. If anyone wants to resubscribe, use their Prime subscription, gift a sub, give some bits.
Ooh,
Was that a Volvagia
yes, it was.
path?
Procured double path? Is that right?
I don't think that we... Yeah, I don't think that we have seen Kokiri before.
Okay. I'm getting seed bleed.
So, to recap what we found there, magic and irons.
Could be, you know, Hammer and Shadow Temple.
It could be
like
Hammer in Storm's Grotto. I'm here for it.
Hey, there's our ice
There's
arrows.
the ice arrows. Let's go.
If only they were blue fire.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Check. Going after the red t-shirt.
It's hot in there.
And we did get a hype train. Let's go.
Attention, ZSR. The train is leaving the station. It's leaving fast. Just 36 minutes in.
Serious business. That does give us the light arrow cutscene in Temple of Time. And, oh my god, we're gonna reach meme percent so early too? That's 3. Yeah, so we have 5 meme percent items, chat. You don't know them. We have our winner heart piece. It is a heart piece. It says winner at the front. We saw it already. We have our Stone of Agony, which used to be useful, but we know where all the grottos are, so it's just a paperweight, as we call it. We have Nehru's Love, which we have not seen yet. The ice arrows. There's the other copy of that Kokiri Forest hint.
And CheckRaise making good use of his time of day, picking up some extra skulls on his way to the cavern.
Small chest.
Or
in DMT
somewhere.
wall. Oh, excuse me. Stone of Agony used to be dreaded because it had logical implications. Now we have lens.
Yeah, a little bit. You just start your seed with those dreaded items and it's all good.
Alright.
Our runner's kind of flip-flopping here on the mountain.
30, 40, 50 skulls were not in logic unless you've got Stone of Agony. Okay. I thought the Mask of Truth was what enabled hints, but maybe
Nope.
I've not been around long enough to know all of the lore.
It's always been an option, I think, once they started messing around with gossip stones and hints and stuff. But it was not a popular idea for racing because of specifically the bunny hood man.
Oh, so terrible.
And then a few versions later, it's there's a mask shop option to have all of your masks available. That is what Makes the Mask of Truth not so terrible anymore.
Yep, Frogs 2 is dead. Not Frogs 1, though. Frogs 1 is alive. Kokiri Forest Storms Grotto is alive. Bottom of the Well is alive. DMT Storms is alive.
It's alive, and I show him to you. You just follow Drapiki. He knows the way. Asante-san, squash banana, baby.
Anyway.
It means you're a baboon, and I'm not.
This is not the Lion King, despite what August is trying to convince you all of.
OOT Lion King %.
What would that even be? Like, what would Ocarina of Time, like, Disney % be?
Maybe Mickey Mouse's Navi?
Yeah, Disney. Oh, just $5 on Light Arrow cutscene. Nah. It's not even recognizable, right? Disney % clearly involves Light Arrow cutscene. Yeah, yeah. Simba will not be returning to cast Ganondorf into the fire. I'm so sorry, Shannock. Like, spoilers, that's not happening.
Yeah, it's Mufasa who returns in the clouds.
What if, hear me out, Link is Ganondorf's son? Oh, great hint there. A little concerning, though.
What was
Our
that?
Kokiri sword is Path to Twinrova as well. So we got our Strength 3. Which... did that give us anything? I don't see anything.
Well, the Boulder Destiny did give us a bottle. An empty, well, not an empty one. Emptyable one with blue fire in it.
Dylan! It's a sign! Rush ice!
Maybe he's gonna turn in Ruto's letter first.
Yeah, I'm thinking what VXR is thinking. The Kokiri sword is to complete AD for a Stormed locked item.
Yeah, now that is most likely where Dylan is going. Straight to the back of Hyrule Castle.
Yep. 100%. So, here's the real... the hang-up. Once again, when does Dylan get that hook shot? Yeah. Having Serenade, you're more likely to go down to Lake. However, having Prelude, less likely. Because having Serenade as child, like, useful.
Now, maybe if he were to find a scale somewhere along the way, but it's not going to be in Deku Tree.
The hookshot was the Southfield Scrub Grotto.
Yeah, the one that's been all fenced in because something's going on down there.
That's true, Shannock. Not having Minuet, it would make sense for Dylan to do that. And the other thing that could happen is Dylan could check Child Spawn, see it's in River, and just go down River. And that is letter for CheckRaise. Dylan checking Spawn would be... oh, Serenade, let's go.
Yeah, this might be it. That bonk knocked some sense into him.
No. Baited. We were baited.
Wait, not just... is he going up for the hit? No, he's not.
Kidding. Getting Richard, getting...
oh, okay. But his mind is on that vibration.
Yep.
Let's work from the future and send those vibes back 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Go back.
The other nice thing, Dylan has letter, can go turn it in this child segment. If he checks that spawn. You can go upriver, but you're gonna lose some time. Nope, neither runner has done chickens. We will probably not be seeing chickens for a very long time.
Dylan bonking left and right. Good thing this is not bonk percent.
Alright. Dylan playing Serenade. Probably thinking what all of us are thinking. Hey, I've got those 2 self-field checks I can clean up on the way. Meanwhile, check. Killing the dinosaur.
I was worried Dylan might talk to Gay Bora Bora, but dodge that one.
Yep, dodged that.
Luckily, not dodging this hook shot for too long. CheckRaise really didn't accomplish, I can't think of anything with that hook shot. Allowed him a little bit of access using Bolero, but hey, he wants some ice arrows. He's going for meme percent.
Yeah.
I think I know who Mel's rooting for now.
You're right there. Grab him. You can fight Bongo. It is technically a little faster if you are confident in your setup.
Will CheckRaise kill Bongo with ice arrows? Stay tuned here on ZSR. Oh, Majora's Mask. That explains it.
Oh. Amazing. Biggest crisis for Dylan has been averted. He has hookshot. I don't actually remember what was in the other check here.
Breaking some wind.
Hey, Kit Kat, the seed is going interesting. As you can see, we have a plethora of items. We still have many unfulfilled paths. 10 Skulls is dead.
Give me a break. Our path hints have been awesome.
I know.
Oh, no, I was making a pun because of cat.
I was like, what? Yes, Ocarina of Time has storms, which is concerning because we have a questionable path. Kokiri Sword to Twinrova, and Requiem is in ice.
I'm calling a Mirror Shield in Shadow Temple. You want to chain these path hints together. And I think CheckRaise did that twice for the vanilla $50. Big brain. Both these runners on team buy a shield.
You know, when you're getting close to an hour in, it makes sense. You don't want to have to keep opening small chests. I don't remember the exact amount of time that you're technically losing at that point. 4 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, you noted CheckRaise skipping small chests here in the Deku Tree. Good place, sub-hour to be done with small chests. And this looks like the forced play for CheckRaise.
Chase. Going into forest, you definitely want a shield. I know some runners are so adamant that no, you never buy a shield, but shieldless Stelphos makes for a bad time.
Yeah, no, I don't think there are any, many, if any, of those people in the top 64. Even Wooden Barrel, the creator of Team Never Buy a Shield, says, "Yo, fuck that shit. I'm in a tournament match. It's brackets. I'm going up against a tough opponent. I'm buying a fucking shield."
Yep. You just...
Hell, he'll even Zooter safely in Donna Condom. Shoutouts to, I think it was round 1 of their bracket match. But CheckRaise here with a very clear path into Forest Temple.
Yeah. I mean, the sooner you can start clearing out these longer dungeons, the better you feel about it.
Yeah, 14 checks inside, 6 of them are keys.
We are not sure yet, Triple Factorial. What we do know is that our other hookshot is in the toilet.
Triple Factorial, fantastic name.
Alright, we got a small key here.
Did you know with a name like that and a Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to any Twitch channel for free? That goes for everybody else in chat, too. You don't just need to have an awesome name like Triple Factorial.
Yeah, free.
An added perk with your Prime account.
Yeah, top file, I still think GTG is probably the play. You have to do Forest, so there's no reason not to, but I kind of think... I don't think you put off GTG for too long, given how, like, freely available those items are. And that Forest technically is not in Logic yet.
That is true.
We know the song is somewhere.
I think the runners are making the smart play. Let's do our medallion dungeons. Hopefully keep in mind what is not in Logic. So we'll skip GTG if we can.
I think, you know, go do ice quick, so you don't have, you can reverse, you know. A lot of runners like getting caught to peek the rooftop chest anyway. And a big chest here.
On the island. Yep, I think that makes me more inclined to set Furrow's Wind and GTG across the wasteland. If I'm in CheckRaise's shoes, he's got a pair of them.
Which is so interesting. We have Letter. Ice is in Logic.
Yeah.
I would be more concerned about that Magic and Lens.
As you mentioned, it's not in Logic without a green song.
Oh, you're right. Well, I mean, the Lens is locked behind Requiem at this point. I think that's where we're at.
But DylanMeeble done with the Deku Tree. He has made his withdrawal from the Temple of Time. Slow back walk out. CheckRaise making great progress here at Medallion Dungeon. 3 small keys in the first loop. Let's see if he makes use of that Furrow's Wind. Be the first opportunity.
And hey, Mizrai, absolutely. Give it a shot. There are plenty of resources out there to help people get started. I believe we have... maybe? Yeah, let's go. The Ocarina of Time Randomizer Discord, great place to go get info, resources, assistance.
These runners are making it look much easier than it will be for your first time, guaranteed.
Yes. 100%.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah. I agree, Top File. I think Rushing Ice, aside from just the meme of it, you know there's a useful song out there. You know that it is in Logic. I don't know that you put that off for too long. Just because you know it is going to give you another song that's going to give you additional pieces of the puzzle that we call Logic. Might save you some time going through Bolero.
DylanMeeble on his way for something. So unfortunately, we're gonna get a little bit of Double Forest.
Mm-hmm. Possibly a lot of Double Forest.
About half a temple's worth, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But CheckRaise getting 3 small keys. There's 3 keys left.
Yeah, pepperoni, but the thing is, crossing normally is locked behind Requiem logically.
Spicy play here.
Mm-hmm. Rush, ice, rush, ice.
Yeah, DylanMeeble making that left turn at Albuquerque. And very easy maneuver into Zora's domain. It's got 2, or does he have 2 bottles? No, just 1 bottle, but it's already got some blue fire in it. King Zora is not gonna elude us today.
Yeah, which is so nice not having to think about coming back for this. I do think it might make skipping a little harder because you can accidentally talk to him.
But also to note, we can full clear the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why this is such a strong play.
Yeah, the iron boots are a potential path. The magic is a potential path. Only time will tell.
Very nice setup. Practiced first try.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, a stick upgrade. Really nice in these settings. Especially once you're done opening small chests.
Especially when you're done doing all your child stuff that you'd like to be done with.
Yep. Guppy, kind of hard to say who's ahead at this point. Check is advancing through Forest, which is a required dungeon. Dylan is going through Ice. We know Requiem is out there.
Yeah, Requiem in Ice, and likely our Forest access would be really good if Minuet was out in the desert for Dylan. Get a little song chain.
Yeah.
And if he can't do anything in Adult Spirit or after Adult Spirit, quick Minuet to get this red cookie. But we're dodging Double Forest. We should be happy, right?
I'm super happy to be dodging Double Forest. Heart container.
So with CheckRaise going for meme percent and Dylan kind of rushing Ice here, sub-hour, who you rooting for?
I am just rooting for a good race still. I think this is really exciting. Sponge starting another meme, a new one. Rush Ochi? Ock?
Yeah, Sponge, a good friend of Mr. Meeble, and it's been 5 seasons. He's soaked up a lot of memes.
Your big chest here. A wallet. We don't need that. That wallet isn't like completely useless, but it is basically. We have our shirts. We have our access to our blue fire.
And King Fatty, just something not good.
Yeah, Greg probably... you know what would be amazing if Greg were in the last chest in Ice Cavern? Because you have to open it no matter what.
Ooh, another big chest here in Forest. Another bow.
And, hey, another bow. Again, I don't think you get as sad seeing these items. Hey, now I can carry 40 arrows. I'm not gonna run out. Yes,
Yeah,
bow locked bow.
Not the worst when you're shooting the bow a lot in the temple that you're in.
Yeah.
It's not a bad item to get in trials when you have trials on.
Mm-hmm.
Shoutouts to Random Settings League getting up in about a month. Here's our grinding.
So, what do you think is our path in Kokiri Forest? Do you think it's the irons, the magic, or is it locked behind storms?
No. It's those hover boots. Mirror Shield is in Shadow Temple.
I'm pretty sure we're talking about different hints. I was talking Path of Volvagia, right? Kokiri Forest.
Well, I mean, Shadow Temple is gigantic with a lot of checks in there. You could throw the hammer in there too.
Yeah. Behind the magic. Sure. We should avoid Double Forest. I would assume Dylan will go get whatever song is out at Colossus, take a peek at those, and possibly even set furores in GTG before going Forest.
And I would assume check the first two checks in Adult Spirit, looking for some keys.
Yeah, figuring out if you're child locked.
Also give Dylan some info. Alright, was the Ice Cavern completely necessary? Or is it just kind of nice to have Requiem?
Mm-hmm. I mean, worst case, you come out here and you've gotten some really easy skulls. And Requiem. Apparently all of the runners in chat are related to each other. I'm very confused by what's happening here. Help!
Namaha has spread his seed and he spread it far.
I believe we have a Wasteland Foolish hint. Or that it's dead.
Now, I would never wish death upon anyone, but it has to happen eventually. And I hope if anyone appears to me in a puff of clouds, it's Namaha.
Yeah. Telling you to remember who you are.
Remember.
The circle of life.
That'll get us DMCA. I can't sing that one.
Colossus to Phantom Ganon for Logical Forest Access, my least favorite thing in Rando. Delete it.
What a pretty nice pickup for Mr. Meeble.
Useless.
I mean, the song isn't useless for Dylan.
No, the song, very nice to have. But wasted path hint. Obviously, there was not a lot that we could have gone off of, given how freely available a lot of these, items were. But
Hey, I blame you. You're the one who called a warp song percent.
I did, and look at that, we got them all. I decided to try Commentator's Blessing the Seed Tonight chat. I'm not sure how it's going yet.
65 minutes in, still too early to tell.
Maybe we'll find out. Maybe Dylan and Spirit will give us the answers to whether or not this is. Alright, so.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you?
Dylan, that is not a song that's helpful here. And yes, it is usually a commentator's curse. I am trying to bless. We're trying? And yes, ice is hard required. Super child locked.
Does this count as double forest?
Yeah, I mean
Kinda
barely.
counts.
Barely. But it's here.
CheckRaise not fast enough. Disqualified.
More arrows. You know what? Dylan hasn't even picked up the first key. I don't know if this is double forest.
I think when the wolves howl, it's you're technically in forest now, Bull.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was one of the shorter double forests I've seen.
Sure,
Alright.
facts.
CheckRaise, playing Prelude to get the...
Bye-bye.
And going Child. I would assume this is to turn in letter, do domain checks.
It has
Maybe.
not done the Bold O Destiny. Does not have his bottle of blue fire.
Yeah.
It's his only bottle. But also has the treasure chest minigame. Maybe
Yes.
on the brain. Nope, there's a
No.
save board.
Just save warping. I doubt he had time of day for it anyway.
But that is the quickest way to turn in that letter. Will we get domain checks in the meantime?
I would think you do. I mean, when else are you gonna come up here and do this unless you learn that AD is hard required? Jabu is foolish. We don't want to go there.
Yeah, no skill. Tough to get back here.
Except just save quit. Just... just save quit.
That's true.
50 is dead. I think we saw that before, but I did not acknowledge it.
Well, yeah, I think Dylan checked that hint stone on his way to ice, but has not marked it on his personal tracker. For shame.
Oh, Dylan did skip that hint. Yeah, pepperoni,
Even
I
more
agree.
shame.
I would not... I mean, on the one hand, sure, you can set FW there, but it's not really gonna save you a ton of time anyway, because your best option then is to play Requiem and get into Spirit. You're not really gonna... You're not gonna save a lot of time setting FW and Jabu.
Yeah, I agree. I think at the 69-minute mark, it's not a good play to pop open the fish just to set Thrower's Ring. It's a defensive play. If your gut's screaming at you, go with it.
Ooh, big chest. Downside here is CheckRaise is going to have to go Child again for Child Spirit. Not having that bottle is going to be a little annoying.
Another bow.
Another bow that is not bow locked, and this explains why basically the only option was logical forest access, but they could have hinted field for the hook shot. It might have been nicer. But that is all bows. Chat, chanting bow percent.
Yeah, this seed brought to you by the letter D for DylanMeeble. Looks like an ice play from CheckRaise. So they're going to sneak back up, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that is true, Wombat. We now know that ice is hard required. We know that Child Spirit is required. We are no closer to knowing if this is AD or not.
Unfortunately. Still, the boomerang is our last all dungeons item that is eluding us. Thankfully.
Yeah, for that reason alone, I would want to exhaust, like, Len's minigame as quickly as possible.
Well, we don't have forest access without Minuet. We can't... Or no, we do. We can. We get the Reckling. Shucks.
Yeah. Minuet locks crossing.
But Ice Cavern unlocks that.
Yep.
It is just a puzzle. Still have the hammer, still have Din's Fire, and the Mirror Shield, and Light Arrow's outstanding.
Oh yeah, we missed Happy 1 Hour. Happy 1 Hour. Shoutouts to our volunteers. Thank you, Soulblade, our restreamer, for reminding us to do this. Soulblade is our restreamer tonight. Our runners tonight, DylanMeeble and CheckRaise. Give them a follow. We really appreciate them putting on a great show for us here. And they really are doing a spectacular job. Our trackers, Ketropolis and Shannock. Keeping all of us honest, making sure everyone knows what items we're still missing, who may or may not be ahead on some progression. And August 40th, my co-com. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. Don't forget to follow Melqui.
Don't do that. No, I'm kidding.
I expect everyone now to go not listen to her.
Not listen to me. Definitely follow our runners, though. DylanMeeble and CheckRaise. Absolutely go give them a follow.
Yeah, no, if you're not already following these two racers, you are missing out on some quality twitching. Not twerking, twitching.
Twerking? Tweeting?
I've thankfully never seen a twerk stream from either runner. But maybe that should be the next sub-goal here on ZSR. What do you think, chat? Trezco twerks?
Trezco twerks.
Trezco twerks for 20,000 subs. Let's hit it.
We are definitely never going to be allowed back if we somehow get chat on a twerking Trez.
I don't know. If we can get 20,000 subs, I think Trezco would be happy to have us back.
I don't know.
I think he'll do a little twerking for 20,000.
Yeah, a little twerking for 20,000 subs. Maybe. Oh,
Could we summon Trez into the commentator's booth and ask him?
isn't it like 4 a.m. for Trez? Let's not do that. Please no one try redeem that.
He's the one who made it an option.
Yeah. Trez may still be awake after that direct. Might just have so much adrenaline after seeing, what is it? The sports. Mario Sports or whatever it was. I'm so excited for that.
Oh, the soccer? Yeah, that looks tight.
Yeah. Okay, Soul Blade will twerk for 20,000 subs. But, like, subs to ZSR? Or your, like, personal channel?
Gotta keep the stream fresh somehow when we're getting a repeat of Forest Temple and
Yeah,
Ice
right.
Cavern.
Yeah, well, I'm sure these runners will have more divergence again, but maybe not. It is very possible that they just kind of converge at GTG, but I imagine that is both of their next plays lacking a mirror shield.
Now we might work our way into a figure 8.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might just be a closed loop.
Yeah. Morrowinds, I think this is a pretty close race. We will have a better idea after Check finishes Ice here and Dylan finishes up Forest, but I would think we'll be seeing pretty close to simultaneous reverses to GTG.
Yeah, CheckRaise just about out of the Ice Cavern. Dylan finishing up his ghost busting.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan with a little bit more info in terms of Child G Spear absolutely required, but they have all the same items. Maybe 3 to 5 checks between them that they, haven't done that the other has. Really close. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned right here on ZSR. Unless you're watching in the future and that pause button's working for you.
We're from the future.
Yeah, if
Or
you're
are we from
watching
the
on that
past?
YouTube, mash that thumbs up button. I was speaking from the viewer's point of view. They're in the future.
Oh, the viewers are in the future. I get it.
It's relativity for you.
We might be in the past, we might be in the future. It just depends.
I have no idea what's going on.
I think we're pretty statically like in the past, aren't we? Because this race is 20 minutes delayed for us to view.
Statically in the
people-
present.
The people of YouTube are listening to us in the past. Yes, Dylan has already done Ice.
Yeah, CheckRaise finishing that out. You can see from our wonderful trackers, they've already cleared the Forest Temple. Nothing else in here for DylanMeeble to get except that red cookie.
Yep. And Check is going to go back and unfreeze King Zora because he moved Mweep.
Oh, did he? Did he turn? He did turn in the ladder. That's right.
Yeah, that's...
But he didn't have the blue fire from the Boulder of Destiny.
Yep. Only had one bottle.
Shame,
That is
shame.
correct.
We know your name.
I do not remember what was on King Zora. It was something.
$20, something stupid.
Desert Colossus, Path to Phantom Ganon, CheckRaise going, of course. Oh, that's right, the stick upgrade. sticks for child spirit. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying there's a handful of child stuff to do. We will have to get there. CheckRaise will likely find that info out now.
CheckRaise is saying, I do not need Sarias or Minuet right now. Thanks, game.
Yeah, maybe crossing his fingers that the Great Fairy is going to have something good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Dylan taking down the Phantom Horse Pig 80 minutes into this race.
Finesse. You've seen some just excellent Phantom Ganon fights.
Yeah, Rando Season 5, it's just getting better every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Little tricks here and there. Sometimes midway through a tournament.
New tech is discovered. CheckRaise is going to get the other copy of that Phantom Ganon hint.
Yeah, feels not so great after already doing forest.
Was that just a bloopy up on the archway? It looked very shiny.
I think it's safe to assume.
Okay.
But that minuet coming into play for Dylan did not have to make the long trek through the barren lost woods to the forest temple. Now we're going to see a little double spirit.
Yeah, child spirit, adult spirit, we will find out what exactly we need. We do know child spirit is required. Check is not going to find keys on adult side here.
Yeah, big question, will Dylan do more than just the first two checks? No sorts of fire. It looks a little more tempting.
Yeah, having 20 sticks at your disposal, knowing that you don't have fire available, and not really having a great idea where that fire might be, I think you go through as child.
One of these days, there's going to be a nifty setup to get this room done really, really quickly. It's my prediction.
Someday. Soon, TM.
I see fire keys and Armo statue
Okay.
dying quickly.
CheckRaise is going child to do child spirit.
And not much left for them to do besides stone dungeons.
Oh, a key and boss key on child side. This game.
That's why we love it so much.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, do you do other child cleanup here? Like, we're probably not seeing chickens. I'm gonna be realistic. I would love to see chickens. But do you go after that lens minigame? Or do you hold off?
I don't know how you do, but I do. I do think you do those checks.
Mm-hmm. I'd very much enjoy watching both runners do chickens at the same time, but
I still would prefer if they were ducks.
ducks. Quack, quack, quack. Oh my god.
Only
Raise your
'cause
hand in chat if that terrified you. I thought your name was August, not Donald.
Unfortunately, I can't form any words. I can just throw temper tantrums.
Alright, so Dylan gonna show us what is next in Spirit.
Going deeper. Nothing from the climb room. Anything fire locked.
Yeah, I mean, you know fire is out there somewhere, but you don't really wanna... Like, how long do you want to put off these checks when you can do them?
Yeah, it's progression. It's your green medallion. There's a big chest.
And there is a big chest there.
Well,
no? Oh, we haven't seen Adult Lake yet.
very true. Yep, something likely you'll see runners put off. Less so with Serenade.
Yeah, seeing that scale makes me wonder a little more. We should have an idea after this room, I believe, whether or not Spirit is fire-locked, which will tell us a little bit more.
That is the third small key. I think we're good. Without fire.
Oh, Spirit is hella fire-locked. There we go. See, this is why I just let chat tell me about Spirit key logic, because I will always forget something about it.
Yeah, okay, it checks out.
That checks out. That tracks.
But these runners getting awfully close to each other here, 86 minutes into this race. Nearly neck and neck. Haven't been able to say that since they were in the graveyard doing the shield grave.
Yeah. The first, what, 2 minutes was all the same, and then, whoop. Alright.
Yeah, it was CheckRaise doing the save warp, getting his bow and bomb bag. DylanMeeble going Serenade before the river, missing out on that hook shot that led them astray.
Yeah, it just so happened that there was enough other progression to do before needing a hook shot. You know, you can do your Dodongo's Cavern, you had enough warp songs to kind of keep moving that it really... We're seeing a pretty even race at this point.
Even here, CheckRaise is doing this fountain before Spirit Temple. They are that much closer.
Yep. Yeah, the only advantage CheckRaise has as far as checks at this point are those domain checks.
Yeah, all synced up here, 88 minutes in. CheckRaise taking the lead back from Dylan. First to their Master Sword, making that withdrawal.
I think this is Dylan's first check of Child's Bond.
Not too impressed. Not enthusiastic about going into domain.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that can slip your mind, especially when you get so many warp songs right away.
Oh, absolutely. If you don't have, like, a reason to check your spawn, yeah, it's helpful, but in this case, Dylan didn't really, like, gain or lose anything by not checking it until now.
Yeah, as they say, in the end, it doesn't even matter. He put his trust in spawns. Went as far as he has gone.
Soul Blade is like panicking. And I'm just like, yeah, bring on Linkin Park. I'm game.
It's different lyrics. We're good.
Yeah, it's different lyrics. That's what they want. Different lyrics. Absolutely.
Isn't that how Weird Al gets around all those copyright claims?
Yes. Actually, Weird Al asks permission before parodying anything. Fun fact. Oh, good try, Nitro. This would not constitute fair use. Unless you all want a lecture on logic. Yeah. See, Tava? Tava knows. Anyway, we're trying really hard to get DMCA'd, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. We're not, so...
Have no fear, Melqui is here. Dropping knowledge bombs. Threatening to drop more. And our first breaking of the wind here in for CheckRaise.
Makes sense. You don't have what you need to continue. You're gonna want to come right back here.
Yeah, it's also good that he waited until the fire was put out and the Anubis were gone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want any explosions.
No. No. So, got 2.5 hearts. Oh! This is where I get very anxious.
Do we have the condom? I don't expect it from CheckRaise, but... There we go, he's got some health.
That's what we have not seen yet. That ain't great. And just a small chest.
Yeah, just
Chat.
one check left in Spirit.
Yep. Not mirror locked. Worst wall in the entire game here.
Unless you have the long shot.
Unless you have long shot, and then it's not even like a thing. It's great.
Fortunately, this seed, that's in the toilet.
Which is available.
It's been available.
It's been available for a very long time. Alright, what do we got here? Just another...
Fortunately, our restream are banning everybody in the chat.
Oh man. I was in a chat once where someone timed out everyone for 10 seconds for, you know, no reason other than they wanted to.
I love Barbarous King.
Alright, looks like we're gonna see adult lake hair.
Yeah, setting up that right AAAAA.
Ooh, Micro Dins on Shoot the Sun. That is a spicy prediction.
Or maybe just thinking that the Randobot rolls things in similar places on similar schedules.
It really does. Randobot seems to kind of pick and stick when it comes to checks it likes day to day. Or week to week.
Yeah, some races Zelda's Lullaby really likes being in Death Mountain Crater. Like, a lot of the time. But here we got a divergence, 1 hour 34 minutes, and CheckRaise doing some fishing. Dylan not too lucky with that as a child. He's doing GTG.
Which, yeah, makes sense here. You're not putting it off any longer. You know, it is. You talk about check density. It's the best option you got anyway.
Yeah, I concur.
Because you're really hoping that you don't have to go into water, especially since it's only 4 items. Adult fishing with nothing. I think it was just a nut full blade. I don't think it was an upgrade.
Yeah.
I think the text was too short. Still
Check this.
foolish.
Yeah, still hunting down hints though. Not the best feeling.
Yeah, I wonder what information check is missing.
Yeah, CheckRaise does not have a hint tracker on stream like their opponent. He's got everything filled out except a 50 hint.
You know what I think? I think it's the path to Twinrova. I'm pretty sure where we saw that was Field Boulder of Destiny.
Very likely. I think you might be right.
Alright, so we are cheating lab dive requirements here. Using the irons and a hook shot.
I won't tell if you won't tell.
I won't tell.
Aww.
Small nuts. Seeds, even.
Meanwhile, Dylan has gained entrance into the training ground. It looks like he's going straight for the maze.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Check is going to kind of finish up field here before going to GTG or just head right over. Neither of them has had much need for bomb chews, so I imagine we'll see what's in the Valley Crate and Waterfall soon.
Well, there's our condom. Unlikely to see these runners wear it, but I've been wrong before.
You know, sometimes, especially if you don't find double defense along the way, chest size matches contents. If you have a kind of rough climb, you might throw that on before the iron knuckles.
Oh, I love using Mara's win, but I can't make top 64, let alone top 28 or 128. Another big chest.
We do have a big chest in the center. We should have no problem getting all of the keys, especially since we know... Big chest. Another bottle!
If I'm not ahead, I think you're behind.
Oh. I'm not sure why. I have this perpetual issue where one of the runners just buffers horrendously for me. This time it is Dylan. I'll never understand.
Technology, man.
Right?
I like this strap from Dylan. I think it is much done as quickly as possible. Wow. Stacked in here. There's some fire.
Yeah.
And
Was that-
$20?
20 bucks, yeah. It's like, Check's not going to get it, so clearly it's not anything too exciting, but... Yes, that is our first fire source.
And here in the like room, our second GTG key.
Yeah, we need those. We don't actually need as many as the game expects us to need, but...
Looking for 7. There's number 3. There's at least one on the right side.
Mhm.
We'll get all of them. But how many more big chests are gonna be in here? Stay tuned here on ZSR.
At least one in the center. Oh, and one in toilet with our long shot.
Very true.
Oh, Check must have missed this hint that hammer rocks are dead. Yeah, exactly what Soulblade is saying. You don't need 9, but the rando bot says you need 9 logically.
Better not disobey the rando bot.
Oof. Half a heart. Oh, and a potion. Perfect.
Yeah, coming in handy from the Stalpos room. Didn't last long.
Alright. I believe that is another small key.
Still not quite finished with GTG before CheckRaise will meet him inside, but has found another large chest. There's our another fire source. That's the one we're looking for.
We like that. Yeah. Hammer locked middle maze chest. Logically hammer locked. We need the hammer.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere. Dylan is taking the time, though. He's gonna pick up this long shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know that you can skip that. Knowing that it's there. Knowing that you have an unresolved path. Or 2.
I mean, unfortunately, the only thing it opens up for these runners is Morpha.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And shoot the sun.
Yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention in Spirit. Might be logically required for Spirit Temple.
No, it was a small chest on the child side, so
Okay.
we good there.
I mean, sometimes the seed expects you to long shot over there to use your fire arrows as adult.
Oh, God.
You're like really stupid or unfamiliar with the Spirit Temple key logic doctrine.
Lights.
Hello.
We need those. Yeah. We
So,
need those.
inside Ganon's castle, we can add that to the foolish list.
Yep. We do not need that.
But to note, don't skip that before coming in here. With Inspire, you might be tempted to bail and go straight to Shadow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I definitely... I think that's the play.
Will
We're
he
not-
have the foresight to set Furrow's Wind inside in case he needs to come back here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about the hover boots, they can still be path to Twinrova, because the path started at Hyrule Castle with the Kokiri sword, and the Bongo path is Deku Tree. They can both be hover boots, and I think you want that information pretty quick.
Yeah, that's what the runners are hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, you have enough keys, bro.
He wants them all. What if he wastes one?
And I'm rooting for CheckRaise.
If you waste a key in GTG, you are out. August is no longer rooting for you.
Yeah, I'm oftentimes still on the fence through most of the race. You do something really dumb like that. No more.
Think you've been spoiled. These runners make it look too easy. We've forgotten how hard it really can be.
It's not that easy to be that dumb. At least in my opinion. I have high standards. But Dylan is orphaning off those light arrows on horseback archery.
So,
Shadow Temple calling too loudly.
kinda like the hook shot, which, you know, ended up not hurting Dylan because by the time he really needed it, he routed it in. Horseback archery is not something that you think about going back to unless you have to.
Yeah, not until Dorf comes in and says, he didn't find my letters in the fortress. Dylan's gonna be like, fuck, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for the 39 months, Hydrophobic Walrus.
That raises a lot of questions. Walruses are primarily pescatarians. I worry for your health. As opposed to Dinosaurus Rex, really impressive that an extinct dinosaur can manage to become a dean of some sort of organization.
Yeah, I'm kind of with chat on this. Dylan goes back for those lights after getting the hint.
Yeah, unfortunately, it takes a little bit of time to get back there.
Mm-hmm. Hammer is not... I mean, indirectly hinted, yes. So our path to Volvagia is in Kokiri Forest. And what we got there were irons and magic. And thus far, that is not resolved.
Yeah, nothing underneath the icy waters. Those irons could lead us to our long shot in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
But we had hover boots accessible, so that long shot's not required to cross the wasteland.
Nope.
As well, we had Requiem accessible in the ice cavern.
Yep.
So the puzzle pieces are still missing that put the picture together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our Twinrova path also still technically unresolved. Wouldn't be too surprised to see Mirror Shield here in Shadow Temple. But it could be for AD.
We're gonna find out here in the Shadow Temple whether this is on the jettier side or it's gonna be closer to the 2 hours 30-minute mark or longer.
We still have a little hope if it is not here in Shadow, though. We have Len's minigame.
And there's also the possibility, right? Hammer is in Shadow Temple, and the Hammer unlocks Mirror Shield and Fire Temple.
Yes. Yep. Also possible.
But we do know from Mr. Meeble that the Fire Temple is completely Hammer locked.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think CheckRaise ever ventured down into the temple.
Yes, Storms is on all dungeons. It could just be hanging out in the Storms Grotto in Kokiri Forest.
I'd tell Shannock to get out of here, but we need help tracking.
Probably getting a double shadow here, right? That's happening here.
Yeah, I think it is too tempting with your paths unresolved. With you're looking for too much stuff.
Yep.
Question is, how far into Shadow can Dylan get before CheckRaise gets in there? And is that enough time for Dylan to get back to his light arrows if the seed remains linear?
I think it just depends. Yeah. CheckRaise does not seem to be going after the long shot.
Question in chat, 20 skulls has not been checked. But you are right about the long shot. CheckRaise says, adios, I'm out of here. I think they are going to check these two things in the valley before leaving the region completely.
Yep. Yeah, and
Not a bad call. I think this is worth checking.
This might actually give Check time of day to do Shoot the Sun.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool. No, that's the wolf. It just turned night.
I know, but you need to... You've got the waterfall here, first off. But I suppose you have Serenade. It won't take that much time.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna route that in.
No, guess not. Yeah. And it's very possible that they are both pointing at Shadow.
And I think both these runners are realizing that.
If Rang is all you find in Shadow, we all sort of cry a little bit, because what did seem like a very potentially Jet Seed would become all dungeons. Hard, just hard, straight up.
Yeah, we'll probably try. Someone out there might laugh their ass off.
I mean, that might also be us. Like, I might laugh until I cry.
Runners might die a little.
Runners might be mad. Runners might say, gosh, who rolled this again? Pix? Runners might have some strong words for Pix.
Or they might be feeling pretty good. They might feel that they have the advantage in a longer type of seed.
Yeah?
It tends to be the lower seed number. Here in the lower bracket, it's a bit scary to make those kind of plays. guessing Dylan has his burrows been set in the Spirit Temple still. Doesn't want to break it.
Yeah, you were hoping that you're just heading back there, melting the face, beating Twin Roba. You're hoping you don't actually have to do those checks by the time you go back to Spirit.
So Dylan about halfway through the Shadow Temple here before CheckRaise getting to the first puzzle.
Using that lens.
Oh, DylanMeeble getting molested by a mummy.
We don't want your free hugs.
No means no.
Danger hugs.
Don't make us call Child Protective Services.
Oh god, yeah, Link is literal child.
Oh boy. But he is old enough. We accept teenagers here on ZSR's boat ride through the Shadow Temple Tunnel of Love. Our first contestant is Chris from Canada. Chris likes kayaking, camping, and the Cold Stone Creamery. Hoping for a match for Mr. DylanMeeble. It's not looking good, getting off to a rough start, clanging. Very sorry, Dylan. Contestant number 2. Going with the alliteration for today. Rachel from Russia does not speak English. It looks like it's not working out. Very sorry, Dylan. Best of luck next time through your trip of the Shadow Temple.
Yeah, just a little PSA for all of you. This is not the way to go about a blind date. Do not indiscriminately start attacking your blind dates.
Listen to the lady. She knows what she's talking about. I hope not from personal experience.
I have never attacked a blind date.
Never been set up with the Stalfos?
No. I have shown up with daggers, however. That is... You know, sometimes you gotta.
Gotta zoot her safely.
Thanks. Yeah, I attacked on the second date. Joss is on to me.
If you use those daggers and stab your date's eyes out, it's really a blind date.
Oh dear.
We're in the Shadow Temple. Gotta get dark.
Gotta get dark. Yeah, Shadow having nothing here is a little concerning. Hopefully it's just on Bongo.
2 checks left.
The manager has to have what we want, right? Right? Manager always has.
There's no use speaking to the manager. They are a lazy bum. They don't want to do their fucking job. She's supposed to hand us what we need.
Not on the manager.
1 check left, and it's gonna be Bongo. And both our path hints are not going to be resolved unless Bongo has something, and that something leads to our other something.
Yep.
Something, logic.
Yeah. Yep. Because I believe for Twin Rova specifically, it has to be here. We are out of Hover's locked checks.
Fire Temple?
Oh yeah, Fire Temple. Epona's was vanilla. Yeah, we need to find our hammer first.
Bongo's beating a mighty drum. Is the hammer in here with him, helping him out? Tension is building.
We're hoping for Mirror Shield here. There it is. Oh,
staying alive, staying alive.
We are blessed. A very, very shiny shield on Bongo.
A shiny shield, a Spirit Temple completable, and 2 new songs.
Yep.
Sunsong not gonna get us anything of value. Sorry as a might. No, Lost Woods is foolish. But Darunia.
Dancing Dad. Yes, so happy 2 hours, everyone. Once again, give our runners DylanMeeble and CheckRaise a follow. They are putting on a great race here, have done so all through the brackets so far and the qualifiers, so follow them for some additional amazing Ocarina of Time randomizer content. Our trackers today, Catropolis and Shannock. Thank you both for actually paying attention while August and I just meme it up here. Our restreamer, Soulblade. Making sure everything is running smoothly in the background. And August, who is bringing all of you the sweet, sweet DMCA tunes.
You can't forget yourself, Mel. Without your lessons of love, these chatters would be lost.
Yes. Follow me for more dating advice.
Well, always happy to have you sit next to me here in our commentator's booth atop Death Mountain.
Is that what we call our computer chairs? Death Mountain?
Mine's raised up pretty high.
Oh, but yes, always fun. Always fun to be with you, August. Yeah, exactly, Soulblade. Don't attack dates.
I thought lesson 1 was bring daggers to your date.
Unless they attack you first. In which case, all bets are off. Bye. Which, you know what, now that I say that, these dates are clearly aggro. Like...
Oh, I've completely forgotten to introduce our contestants for CheckRaise. Unfortunately, it's not working out. Shots.
Bye, Felicia.
I did not have high hopes for Felicia. She is a smoker. Don't think that's a good match for our boy CheckRaise.
In all of the cool activities there are nowadays, axe throwing.
I don't know, if I go on a first date and I ask, hey, what are your hobbies? And they reply, axe throwing? Kind of a red flag.
No, you go, that's awesome.
I mean, it's kind of sexy. Kind of a red flag. Light arrows on horseback archery, I believe 1500.
Yes.
So Dylan's gonna need to do some sharpshooting. CheckRaise getting the bad news. Bongo or bust.
The very fortunate knowledge that it is in fact on Bongo, but...
Our two runners are going to be pretty close getting out of these respective temples. Dylan with the advantage for the moment. But he didn't do any other checks here in the Spirit Temple. There's one Mirror Shield check locked on the second floor. Maybe just the key, though.
Cereal, Riley says cereal. Yep, I'm killing that cereal. Definitely. Sometimes cereal is really delicious, and you just gotta, like, kill it, you know?
Nom 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 nom.
Like cereal monster, yeah, exactly.
Super cereal, you guys.
Oh man, Cookie Crunch? Was that what it was called?
Cookie Crunch. That's not a cereal, that's dessert.
It's like, just feed 5-year-olds straight up sugar. Cookie Crisp, thank you. Dr. Hops.
I mean, they should relabel the cereal aisle sugar aisle in a lot of grocery stores.
For
At least
the
here in
most part,
America.
Definitely. Alright, that is Bongo down for check. And Twin Rova heading into the sky. Just a piece of heart.
Dylan in the sky with diamonds. Diamonds and medallions. Five to his name. Looking for number 6. Missing the song there, bro.
Alright. Triumphantly lifting the mirror shield.
Ba-da-da-da.
I love knowing that Heaps just had the conversation. Quick, someone tell me how you spell doppelganger. Just to post it in chat.
Isn't that what Google's for?
Not when you're in a voice call with Germans.
Yeah, that's what Google Translation is for. Google has the answers to everything.
Yeah, Fruit Loops is... it's all... Alright, we do have a bet open. Where is that hammer? And Starlight going after the obvious treasure chest game.
I'm thinking Papa D.
Oh, check, please. I am going to...
We have not seen head or high water of Child Goron City. Any of our storm checks. Jabu is foolish. One check left in Death Mountain Crater. Treasure chest minigame. Big pose.
Yeah, and just a reminder, our path to Volvagia is Kokiri Forest. We had magic, which thus far has led us to nothing hammer related, and iron boots.
Yeah, that is why Dylan is here in the Water Temple, nothing underneath the icy waters.
And all of the Storms grottos. Because Song of Storms is on all dungeons.
That would require a significant increase in our consumption of potassium. Thankfully.
Yeah, I totally think Boomerang is gonna end up in water here, and it's just gonna feel bad.
Do we have a soggy banana? Are we gonna find that out 130 minutes into the race? where are we going to stay tuned? Here on ZSR.
Honestly, a soggy banana sounds terrible.
Yeah, frozen
Like-
ones are better.
Yeah.
Could be soggy in here, could be soggy at the bottom of the well. Which would you prefer? Gun to your head, you gotta choose.
It cannot be in bottom of the well. But
Oh,
definitely water temple if it could also be in bottom of the well. Definitely water temple.
And that is the right answer. As Dylan gets an immediate boss key.
Do you beat the boss? Do you just go for it?
I think Dylan says, yep. Yup.
Meanwhile, Twin Rova not playing too meanly today for Check.
That CheckRaise trailing Dylan by route about a horseback archery in length.
Yep, and that is the big difference for anyone who is joining us. They have the same progression at this point. Dylan is a little bit ahead, deeper into water, which is a stone dungeon. He is following a path to Volvagia that could be Iron Boots. Unfortunately for Dylan, he skipped horseback archery, and on horseback archery 1500, we have light arrows. And Check skipped long shot.
Right now, he's trying to think about some magic checks. We haven't seen the Haunted Wasteland.
I think it was hinted dead.
Oh, sometimes hint maybe.
Yep. Yes. So our magic log checks thus far have been... Yeah. Okay. So, Spirit was technically magic locked. It was not in Spirit. Shadow, magic locked. Was not there. Composer Grave Torches. Graveyard is foolish, so it's not there. Longshot is in the toilet in GTG. CheckRaise knows that and skipped it.
And DylanMeeble with the face cam, fingers in his temple.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy, getting nothing from Morpha.
Yep. And yes, the songs behind both Spirit and Shadow, so in this case, Sun Song, which will give us nothing, and Saria's, which gives us an additional check, Dancing Dad, is technically magic locked.
Heart container from the sun, not gonna be helpful.
Nope.
Dylan
All right.
stroking that mustache.
Mhm.
That does help.
He's thinking, what do I do?
What do I do with the garbage seed? What do we do with the garbage seed? Pick up Saria's from burning Cackerlie in the morning.
You finish the garbage seed, because they're all bad seeds.
One of these racers is going to finish, that's for sure. The other one, unfortunately, is going to go home. And that will be it for their Season 5 journey.
Yes, Skull Kid is dead. Lost Woods is one of our foolish locations, so that will include Skull Kid, Target in the Woods. We have dipped fire. We know that we are hammer locked.
Yep. And safe to assume it's not going to be on chickens.
Yep.
Boomerang could be on chickens.
Boomerang. Yeah, Boomerang is the real wild card here. Where is it?
Lord Banana has been elusive. CheckRaise is gonna find the bad news. Nope, it's not gonna be that easy.
Yep. And Dylan possibly going child here.
Child checks. Where do we go? Goron City.
Makes sense. Vanilla? Is that regarding Boomerang? Jabu is our foolish dungeon, so... Oh. I'm refreshing. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, Dylan doing some excavating here. Never got back to the meadow.
Yes, most glitches are banned in this rule set. Oh yeah, hammer can't be vanilla.
Yep, that was also hinted. CheckRaise going back into the water temple. This is the make it or break it point of the seed. A handful of checks left remaining. We are in casino mode. CheckRaise with that light arrow advantage could be huge in the end. Don't go anywhere.
Depends on where does hammer end up being. If it's AD, this is a whole other thing. Because once we know if it's AD or not, Dylan probably ends up going back doing horseback archery in the hunt for Boomerang.
Oh, this is CheckRaise's first time in water. My bad, chat. We did not do the compass chest first, though. That was one of our random items in a small chest. Will this boss key tempt them to the boss door?
Check still doesn't have long shot.
Oh, yeah, that stinks.
Yep. He opted to skip that.
So they're definitely in here to full clear this sucker.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, hammer can still be in water. There's no reason it can't be. I kind of thought Dylan would take this opportunity to do lens minigame, but unless I just, like...
Yeah.
Missed that. He's not following that kind of final magic check.
He took Saria's to Darunia, and that was dead. Straight back to Temple of Time. I think leaving the Goron pot there, too.
Oh.
All hail, it's Lord Banana in the basement of the Water Temple.
The soggy Boomerang has won!
And with that, CheckRaise is out of here. And
so, we still have 2 items, though, but Check is going, I need to go get long shot. I need long shot right now. I needed long shot when I was in GTG.
That's gonna be a bit to get back there. Not reversing, he's gonna go horseback. Dylan about to get that boomerang. What is he gonna think? Just, I think, one more random item in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is big for Dylan. Hiking back to GTG to get your long shot.
Dylan also has the scale.
Yep.
And Serenade scale, quick Jabu. It's looking really good for Dylan here.
Did Check not pick up the scale in GTG?
I don't think he went that far into the maze, did he?
Bailed on that? Okay.
Oh, he does have it on his tracker. Thanks for that. So never mind.
But yeah, they also have that save warp. It'll be real quick. The lights are in.
stable.
Yep. Yes, the horse game.
Nope, can't do a horse impression. Sorry.
Yep. I like what Dylan is doing here, though, finishing going through water, because there is still no reason that it's not just a coincidence that that your boomerang is in here.
And more importantly, he's seen 2 random items.
Mm-hmm.
So just one thing remaining. That's a small key.
Light arrows are on horseback archery 1500.
Yeah. Dylan is just extending this apparent lead here, having gotten that long shot 20, 30 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
CheckRaise having a play catch up, cannot be feeling very good about having to go back to GTG for a long shot that was hinted 10 minutes in.
Yep. Yeah, I do believe Dylan is leaving behind 1 or 2 items. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, 2 items, that's right. But he's got 1 clear path. Get into Jabu, clear it, get my Song of Storms, and make it rain.
Yep. And yes, Dylan is definitely committed to AD at this point. We'll be seeing a Foolish Jabu, which goes a little faster.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the seed 2 hours plus in, slapping these runners in the face, and they did it with a soggy banana. Not my idea of a good time.
Yep. And I mean, again, the boomerang could just be a coincidence. We still have unknown items in water, we still have lens minigame, but the banana is pretty damning.
Yeah, ironically, they would have rather been smacked in the face with a hammer.
Yeah, 100%. Ice Cavern was already cleared out, Dr. Hops. That was where our Requiem was, which was our logical access to Forest Temple today. Thanks, game. But there were no items, I don't think.
Yeah, something in the waterfall.
Yes. So these runners, there is a jump that you can use to actually hop over the fence next to King Zora. Dylan did that earlier, wanted to get into ice before finding after finding the letter, but not, after turning it in. Or before turning it in. That was confusing. Apologies. Check has already moved King Zora, though.
One of the newer tricks here in Zooter, discovered partway through Season 4. This is the first standard season tournament that it is allowable. But just like that, CheckRaise is not going to be too far behind Dylan. But I think the advantage of their light arrows is dwindling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say they're pretty even. You know, the amount of time that it takes to reverse Kalipona do horseback archery. And then having all of the songs available to warp into whichever of the dungeons you prefer. The furrows back to Ganon's.
Yeah, at this point, I think if you got a little juice left in your tank, you guzzle it up. At this point, it's going to come down to execution.
Vengeful Nemesis. This is a very unkind seed. Because we're pretty sure that it's all dungeons, and we didn't know until 10 minutes ago, max? Not even?
It's looking likelier and likelier. Song of Storms leads us to the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oops AD, it's not going to be like a true Oops AD because Jabu is foolish, so it can't have one of our items, unfortunately. Which is so rude because, like, what can even be in fire? Another bomb bag? Like, come on.
Some nuts. Some roasty toasty nuts.
And we are in Jabu because it is a stone dungeon, and we believe we need Song of Storms. Which it locks.
Yeah, pretty early Kokiri Sword, Spear Zero Iron Boots, Hinted Long Shot. That banana, though, buried in the water temple. Not rearing its royal head until over 2 hours.
Yep. And no, we do not know for sure that this is AD. Both runners are just committed to it at this point. There are still 2 items in water to check and lens minigame.
Yep. Both solid choices. But Song of Storms looking a little more solid.
Yeah.
Especially we have Kokiri Forest, Path to Volvagia. 1 check left in Kokiri Forest. Song of Storms locked. I imagine that they will rush over there right away.
Yep. Frogs won. Yeah, Storms definitely has more checks behind it. We just won't know until they find Hammer.
So if you want to find out, you better stay tuned. Where? Here on ZSR.
August is commanding it. Stay tuned.
Only if you want to find out the answer. I know most people, it gnaws and gnaws at you if you watch part of a seed and you don't know where the thing was.
How did it end? Yeah, and we will not get spoiler logs for these. They're not generated for tournament races. Oh, Soul Blade's out. Bye, Soul Blade. Oh,
You have to
no.
stay.
Well, Trilobites. Fortunately, this will be available on demand. You can watch the VOD later, or these are usually uploaded to YouTube within 2 days?
Yep,
2
try
days?
to keep it pretty fresh. Spoilers are out and about on the internet. Make sure if you are watching it on YouTube, hit that like button, leave a comment. It can be anything. It can be the word comment. Really helps out with the YouTube algorithm.
You could all do me a favor if any of you actually go and watch this video again on YouTube, if you could just comment DMCA just for the laughs. Comment. Bye, Trilobite.
Also, make sure in the comments you ask Mel your love life advice.
Really don't recommend doing that, folks.
What, dating Stalfos or bringing daggers to the date?
I mean, I think most people know that dating Stalfos would be a mistake. See, I cannot help you all. I am so sorry. I recommend no more than 1 dagger, Shanna. Metropolis, I don't know anything about you as far as how to tell you to go about getting a boyfriend. I'm sorry.
Well, I think it's safe to assume that your first piece of advice would do not sign up for August's setting you up in the Shadow Temple.
Yeah, I would say the love cruise that August continues to pitch, probably a bad idea. Feel pretty comfortable saying that.
I'm trying my best, but unfortunately that was the best studio that I could afford. It's a little dingy, but trying to spread the love.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's a very interesting business model. Let's see. Where is Hammer? I also don't know where Hammer is. My bet was Dragon Chest, and I think we saw that, and it wasn't Hammer.
We did not see the Dragon Chest, I
Oh,
believe.
perfect! My bet's alive!
It's alive!
Alright, Dylan has completed Jabu picking up our Song of Storms.
More importantly, gonna be pretty stylish with that blue potato.
Oh, Dragon Chest has... That's right. Yep. Water Temple key logic is much simpler than Spirit Temple key logic. There is a blue potato. Dylan is not going to be wasting any time in Kokiri Forest or Death Mountain Trail, headed straight to the well. Hey Goomba, lights are on horseback archery 1500.
Yeah, that might be one of the reasons Dylan is more tempted to jump into the bottom of the well, still looking for those light arrows. Two big chests that they're hoping to find in here.
Yes, Morrowinds. They both have checked. Well, actually, I don't know if Dylan did. One of them checked Adult Lake. I think it was check.
I think you are right.
We should call him Razors, just to not confuse ourselves when we talk about checks. Yes and no. Kokiri Forest Storms is probably technically stronger because of the path hint, but the path hint, as far as we are aware and concerned, was the iron boots for both Water Temple and getting the boomerang.
But it's no telling how Randobot thinks.
Yep. Yeah, let's see how bad the hammer ends up being.
Well, it's not there.
How could well be loaded? How is there anything left?
Because there was nothing in the Shadow Temple.
Ugh. Another bomb bag. Magic locks magic, bomb locked bombs. Baitum of the well.
Dead Hand can be quite the masturbator.
Monka TOS! Monka TOS!
No, Lost took care of that a long time ago.
Yes, we should still be in 18 plus, and all of you, as a result, should be 18 plus. Shame on you if you clicked that button without meeting that requirement.
But your secret's safe with me. It's Mel you gotta worry about.
You're right.
And Soulblade.
Yeah, Soulblade and I are gonna just,
You're talking about axe throwing. I know how much you like to cut people. Axes and daggers. Mel sounds like a very violent person.
Mel, yeah, I'm the narc. Sorry, everyone. Yes, light arrows, HB 1500. I actually think August is the narc and just trying to throw y'all off. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of following the rules.
Yeah, 100%. August is sus, yes. Absolutely.
I'm not even playing that game.
You're not on the side? Damn, I have that open.
Too hype of a race?
Oh, Dylan's face at every big chest here is just so funny.
Yeah, the best seat in the house.
Oh, it's so good. Yes, Dylan did find double defense. This well is like, why are you here? What has brought you here? Starlight, I think path or goals. I'm not quite sure which it is, if it's both.
Well, CheckRaise following Dylan into the bottom of the well.
There we go. Path. Sorry
Dylan-
about that.
Dylan's lead is staying alive.
Yeah, and I mean, in chest size matches contents, bottom of the well is faster, but it's just gonna be even between them, pretty much.
Yeah, I can't imagine CheckRaise can do this much faster than Dylan. Always possible to save a handful of seconds.
Yeah, so I think what this really is going to come down to, I think this is very close. I think this is almost entirely up to execution.
Yep.
And if Check can kind of gain back the time so that Dylan still needs to go get those light arrows off horseback archery, and that does take time.
And it's been 2.5 hours, and I don't think there's a clear, runner who has that execution advantage. It's not like Marco versus, the top, X seed, where Marco just has amazing execution. These runners are, both capable of roughly the same kind of tricks and stuff. I think it's coming down to who wants it more, who's feeling good about where they are at this point in the race. And CheckRaise could easily come back and get to Ganondorf with those light arrows before DylanMeeble and take this home. But it's looking pretty good for Dylan. Running out of checks where that hammer can be.
I mean...
Going to Frogs 1. If it's not here, if it's not on Death Mountain Trail, treasure chest minigame looks really forehead.
Yep. Treasure chest game or those last two items in water. I love when this happens, to be honest, because path hints make this so interesting. What are the runners going to do? What are they going to commit to? Both of these runners said AD makes sense.
Yep.
But we are very quickly running out of Storm's Lock checks. The answer may not be Storms.
And I've been trying to ask all the runners I can post-race, what do you feel? How do you feel about the path hints? And generally are positive consensus.
Oh
but
my
there is
God.
another Storms check down.
One more.
And he's doing it as adult. Or is he doing treasure chest minigame?
I think you have to. You have to do treasure chest game here, right?
He is saying no, or he's forgotten. It's not fresh in his mind.
Yes, Kevin the dog. Kokiri Forest Storms was checked. It was nothing.
Yeah, we're down to Death Mountain Trail, treasure chest minigame. One of them did Big Pose, right?
Yes. I think they both did Big Pose, actually, but certainly Check did.
Dylan says, I got a funny feeling about the water temple. Down he goes. Will he resubmerge with hammer in hand?
But you need magic to do treasure chest game, Shannock. Lens and magic are both required for that. Oh, the other magic isn't magic locked. The magics don't lock each other. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That's one reason why it takes such a big brain to play this game so well.
Yep. Yeah.
Going straight for the central pillar. Thinking about those iron boots in Kokiri Forest.
Lens was in Forest Temple on the island in the courtyard. Yeah, it wasn't the AD we needed. I don't even know that it was the AD we wanted.
It's definitely not the AD these runners wanted. They wanted to find the hammer inside the bottom of the well. Seed had other plans.
And nope, nothing in the well. Yeah, we have not seen DMT storms. Dylan appears to have abandoned that for now. Wanting to get a little more info about the items here in water.
Yeah, saying if it's in trail, good luck in winner's bracket round 3 CheckRaise. Maybe. But key in the central pillar, I have no idea what that says about where our last 2 items are.
I think we know that they have to be Dark Link and River Chest. So yeah, this is really just gonna come down to potentially this decision by Dylan to go water. If Hammer is here, he's in a good place. If it's in trail, I think Check's gonna find that first.
If it's on the treasure chest minigame, it's still anybody's race.
Yeah, I don't know, Soulblade. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, Kokiri Forest Storms before Trail makes sense. It is a path location.
I think if you check trail, you want to do it from Bolero. Maybe not.
Not as
Tough to
child.
make those gut calls. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We were immediately hammerlocked out of fire, so we have no idea where the boss key is.
This is it, though. This is the trail check from CheckRaise.
Yeah. Though that is something that we should probably talk about. Depending on how deep that boss key is in fire, Dylan could end up losing quite a bit of time in fire if there are big chests that he checks along the way for light arrows.
Yeah, positively. Oh, CheckRaise is going to clear out Goron City. But there's the hammer for DylanMeeble. Darklink has the answer. Baited into all dungeons. Baited into the bottom of the well. You just need to pull a Peter Pan, fight your shadow.
Yep. That is something.
Yeah, needed to go Shadow Temple to your shadow.
And yeah, even doing an unnecessary AD, this has a lot of potential to be a pretty good time, depending on where that boss key is.
Yeah, that soggy banana slapping them hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, if CheckRaise had ended up full clearing water instead of grabbing that, instead of just bailing to go get long shot, I think this would be looking very different at this point, but... And yes, Lilac, it was Dark Link. And Dinosaurus Rex winning the bet with Dark Link.
Leave it up to a dinosaur. But just formality now. Dylan extending that lead well longer than it will take him to go back to the fortress, get his light arrows.
Oh, there's even a big chest in here just for the insult. Gold
Yep.
scale, of course.
Yikes.
Thanks, game. But again, you know, I legitimately cannot even think what else there would be in big chests here in Fire. I think we're still missing a bottle, maybe one more slingshot, maybe a bomb bag, but otherwise, it'll just depend. I'm not quite sure. I am interested to ask Check why these late game cleanups. Thinking perhaps that he misread the logic.
Well, I noticed he was checking that hint stone in that Storm's Grotto, so there's a piece of information that's eluding him.
Mm-hmm.
Could be 50 skulls or, you know, something that he just didn't write down. But Dylan is finding some large chests here in the Fire Temple. That'll slow him down ever so slightly. And I think this is a chicken place from CheckRaise. Not feeling good. 2 hours, 47 minutes in here.
Yeah. I'm curious because we know that I'm pretty sure he has seen all of his path hints. He should go back, follow those iron boots.
Yeah, I'm just unsure. I think you recalled that last path hint in the Boulder of Destiny.
Yeah.
And he was making a beeline to GTG for his long shot, I think, at that point. Maybe just either glossed over that, didn't read that hint stone. Just feeling confident. All right, long shot's the answer.
Yep. Which, I mean, it vaguely is. Water is the answer, and usually you think water with long shot, but...
Yeah.
Yeah,
But at least he's doing a check he hasn't done before.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot better than going somewhere. Be like, wait, did I do this? Oh yeah, I did this already.
Yeah. I think this just, it feels so bad doing something like chickens this late when you know that, well, especially us, knowing, A, what the answer is, and that he clearly has either miswritten some information or not found some information.
Who knows? Maybe it's Greg here. Maybe he's gonna win meme %.
Oh my god, can you imagine if Greg is on chickens?
He did pick up the ice arrows in the Dauntless Cavern. I think he's just going for meme %.
Yeah. And he didn't even use them on Bongo. Rude. Rude!
Well, having to go pretty deep in the fire. You do know the hammer chest is dead. Will it be on Pierre, though?
Excuse me. And it's just a nut.
Ah, nuts. And there is the big chest from DylanMeeble.
Yeah, not the, like, worst place it can be in Fire Temple, but certainly not, Alright, it looks like we will be seeing Len's minigame before the end here from CheckRaise. Get your guesses in chat.
Team left, let's go.
Oh, well, fine, I will go team right then.
Well, very well then.
There you go, chat. It's never team right.
Not ballsy enough to do it without the lens, though.
No.
One of us is looking good.
It's not me. Oh,
Ah, yep. I'm out as well. Is it alternating? No.
I do like that. I see at least one. Orion Gaming. Definitely still in. Oh. That's
One left.
Can it be L? Like a nice little symmetry? Nope.
No.
Really? I go all right and just the first one. That is so rude.
That's how Rando's gonna rando this round. Speaking around, easy round of Volvadia fighting here for Dylan. Big Goron sword, Goron tunic. Dragon's down.
Hey, bartender. Hammer was on Dark Link. I'm not a good singer. I'm sorry, everyone.
Pour another round for the runners. They're gonna need a stiff hard drink after this one.
Yeah, I think so. I think they will both feel infinitely better, knowing that both of them did AD.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, with where that boss key is, it would take a pretty bad climb, a pretty bad horseback archery on Dylan's part to lose this lead.
Yeah, it would have to be on par with my last vanilla playthrough. Full Giant's Wallet. Still fit.
Yep.
Was on N64. I think CheckRaise will get the bad info, and he's going straight for Dark Link. We'll get that before I think Dylan gets his light arrow hint. But even though Dylan is in the lead, probably not feeling very confident, having done all dungeons, done the well, and having to go back, just doing it ever so slightly quicker than his opponent.
Yep. It turns out making that decision to abandon that last storms check, go back into water, really made a difference here. Dylan technically had an advantage, but it could have still been either of their races, especially with that lights advantage for Check.
I think Dylan just being ever so more efficient. He did a bit of child cleanup, like following that Saria's into Goron City. And it's just coming out victory for DylanMeeble here. We will be moving on into the lower bracket round 3. Spoilers, chat. Against Exodus, who took out Drunus in the previous round. So no easy match up next. Continues to get tougher and tougher.
And that is go mode for CheckRaise.
It's hammer time.
Hammer time. Stop. Hey, wooden barrel. We were talking about you earlier. Your devotion to Team Never Buy a Shield. The light arrow.
And the intelligence on when to void your membership.
And yes, Morrowind, the light arrows are on HBA 1500.
Yeah, we'll see that check here in a moment. Ganondorf will have his James Bond villain saying, and it won't do us any good because we're the hero time, and we can just save and reset. He didn't plan for that. He locked the door behind us, but didn't see our pause button.
So rude. We're having a very deep philosophical discussion here about what these races are about. Races certainly would happen without viewers. Restreams, on the other hand, are about you, the viewers.
But you're going to want to make sure to go and follow both of these racers, because without them racing the races, we wouldn't have the races to watch being raced.
Oh my god, what? But yes, absolutely. It's a little early for the 3-hour mark, but give our runners a follow. August, you made chat blue screen of death. Oh, Rando Brazil is great. Absolutely fabulous. Yeah, just go check race time all day, every day. Or our schedule. You know?
Yeah, bookmark the schedule, bookmark racetime.gg/OOTR.
Mm-hmm. Do we have... Is it this? Nope, that's not a link to the bracket. I thought we had a link to the challenge in one of the... Challenge. Bracket.
It's
Hello,
quite a fun
VG fan.
website to say.
Right. Like, I don't even care if I'm saying it wrong. I'm not gonna say it different. I love it. Just bracket, no S. You can see the bracket, who has defeated who thus far, where we're at. Oh my god, missed opportunity. That is absolutely what the bracket command should read. Legend of Zelda, link to the bracket. And then the link to the bracket. VG fan, yes. Amazing. Genius.
Pop into the ZSR Discord. There is a channel specifically for suggestions like that one.
Meanwhile, CheckRaise still going through fire.
Yeah, good news. I think we're going to get a double portion of bacon.
Mm-hmm. We did not even discuss the runner's cosmetic choices.
There's too much hype shit going on.
Just too much. Yeah, too much going on. I personally prefer red to pink, so I am leaning towards Dylan winning on that particular tunic, but I kind of think it's just vanilla colors.
I am a huge fan of ATZ pink.
And that's kind of my big thing. I appreciate the customizations. And yeah, you can customize your weapons now. Those daggers we were talking about, they can be like super blue. The teal ones look really sick.
They could already be bloodied up in red.
Yes, VG fan, light arrows are on horseback archery 1500.
Yeah,
kinda wish
Ganondorf
that-
can't keep a secret.
I wish I had a Greg for every time we've said that. Happy to keep answering the questions though, Chad. Keep them coming.
Greg, I'd rather have a Skull Kid bounty. Give me them big orange ones.
Yeah, right.
But speaking of getting paid, our sub goal, looking to get Cubs rule paid.
No,
I see
that
him
was
popping
met.
off in chat.
That
Was
was
it?
met.
Oh,
That
good.
was met.
Congratulations, Cubs.
Our sub goal is now. Let's see. Yeah, Trez versus what the hell's no logic seed. Cubs demanded sacrifice for being potentially subjected to. God, what was the seed you were supposed to do?
I mean, at least it was before the pot sanity nonsense.
Oh yeah. Bring on the Pot Sanity. I love it. Chat, if you have not watched Pot Sanity yet, it is a delight.
Yeah, it could be so much worse right now. It could be a full sanity with pot sanity and a minimal Triforce hunt.
Oh, I am sorry, Cubs. Yes, I was memeing chat.
But it has been quite the seed in Oops All Dungeon. But we finally made it to the final battleground. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. And you might be a little surprised by the end of it, having done all dungeons and realized it was complete bait, getting slapped in the face with the banana. But DylanMeeble gonna be moving on to winners or losers bracket round 3, keeping himself alive in season 5. Unlike Volvagia, unlike Ganon, in a matter of seconds, phase 1 down. And as the dragon disintegrates, so does the fire barrier around our battlefield. DylanMeeble reunited with his Master Sword. CheckRaise will only be a few minutes behind, but it's too little too late.
Yeah, he might still opt to finish this since it's just a climb and a final fight. Sir Nyquil, the banana was in a water temple, and it was bait.
Yeah, at the very bottom from shooting the torches, and just a few chests away, the camera was on Dark Link. DylanMeeble first to get both of those. Actually, I think CheckRaise was first to the banana, but Dylan first to the bacon. Get your GGs in chat.
Dylan immediately walking away from his chair. Cannot believe it. Yes, get your GGs in chat. I believe our runners may be joining us for interviews, so if you have any questions for them, by all means, pop them in chat. We will pass them on. Hello, CheckRaise. GG's.
Hello, GG's.
Quite the race. You were first to the boomerang, but Dylan having got the long shot a little bit earlier, that seemed to be the major turning point in the race. Both of you guys, after getting that banana, were sure, all right, it's all dungeons for Song of Storms. And then 10, 15 minutes later, whoops.
And Dylan,
Yeah.
welcome in. GG's.
GG's. Me and Water Temple aren't friends anymore.
I don't blame you. The banana was bait. Pretty rude of it.
It's been a while, I think, since I've had a seed that I haven't entered water at least 3 times, which is just absurd.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah, that was no fun. But you came out in the end.
Yeah. Happy with that, I guess.
So any initial thoughts that either of you wanted to share about the seed before we maybe ask some questions?
If anyone's wondering about why I did anything, it's because I forgot that Fury Force was way the hero for Lavagia.
Oh,
yeah,
yep.
I accidentally had strength as one of my items, strength and magic from Kokiri Forest instead of the iron boots for like the first 2 hours, and then I like had to start piecing the puzzle back together. And then it just kept leading to bait after bait anyway. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, check. That answers basically every question I had.
Yeah. It's funny because I skipped long shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I found Ring in water, and if I had remembered the iron boots were Path to Volvagia, I'm pretty sure I should always full clear water there, because going back for long shot sucks.
Yep.
And then I find hammer so early.
Yeah, that definitely would have done it for you. But we saw Dylan go in there with the long shot, killed Morpha, and then got his songs from his green medallion, did Darunia, and almost at about the same time when you were just jumping in there, he grabbed the banana, and just you both went right away. You knew what to do. It was so obvious.
And all of those big chests behind storms. Just so rude. Dylan, you ended up skipping DMT storms, I think.
Yeah, good play.
That is a check, isn't it? Yeah.
I had a big chest. I don't remember what it was though.
Gold scale.
Yeah, it was
I completely
gold
just
scale.
forgot about that check, I guess.
Okay, well that answers it. We were wondering because you played Prelude and must be planning to do that as adult. Oh no, back
I was
going
through bottom of the well, and then I was kind of like a little upset that I didn't do Kokiri Storms first, since Iron Boots obviously seems like the path, but we have a path to Volvagia in Kokiri Forest, and I didn't do that first, so I was a little upset. So I just rushed to that, and then since I was in the area, went down to Frogs 1 and then just left from there. Yeah, I didn't even think about the DMT storms for some reason.
You guys were all over the place, completely different directions. CheckRaise checked the child spawn a little sooner, had that bomb bag and hook shot a bit earlier, but by the time Dylan, you made your way there, didn't really come into play, and then you were all over the place, one doing forest, one doing ice cavern, kind of synced back up around GPG, with Dylan finishing her up just to CheckRaise going in there, but Dylan making a play for that hinted long shot, but then getting baited. It seems to be the story of the seed.
Indeed.
But how do you guys feel about the patents? I might have asked one of you before, but it seems to be a pretty positive change for Season 5.
Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them. They're kind of polar. I think Way of the Heroes are, in general, I don't know if I want to say more balanced, but just Path can definitely be way stronger, but they can also be way weaker. So I don't know.
Fair. Pretty middle of the road answer.
CheckRaise GG's. We just watched you finish up here.
Nice.
Are you a fan of the Path hints CheckRaise? Do you want to see him back for Season 6?
I don't know. I don't really care either way. My ideal hints are like nothing, like current hints, so it's fine.
I got you. Pretty neutral.
No hints?
I want no foolishes and a ton of always hints.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That'd be an
Okay.
interesting switch up. Are you either of you guys looking to RSL?
Not at the moment. I've always been somewhat interested, but never feel like making the time commitment to do that as well.
Yeah, I haven't touched RSL. I play MM on the other rando, so.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
that is a question unrelated to path hints. You picked up the ice arrows. Is that because of playing MM?
No, it's because I needed $5 and I saw blue.
Oh.
Easy mistake.
We thought maybe you were just going for meme percent, people's hero.
No, I'm just blind.
Well, unfortunately, CheckRaise, that will be it for you for season 5. It's been great watching you. Took out some heavy hitters, notably KC Necro there in the last round. But Dylan, you're moving on. Any thoughts about your opponent Exodus in round 3?
I'm always scared.
Shaken at the knees. Well, I hope y'all come again, please, because I'll be here for all the races going forward. Maybe not in the commentator's booth, but my eyes will be watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you to both of you. This was an awesome race. Really close in the end. I know.
Thanks to you and all the trackers and everybody. And
yeah, thanks everybody.
Always fun.
Well,
that's what we're aiming for.
One more reminder, chat. Follow our runners, DylanMeeble, CheckRaise. They did a great job today. Our restreamer, Soulblade, our trackers, Katropolis, and Shannock. Amazing job. And my co-com, August. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Yeah, stay tuned for CheckRaise and some Majora's Mask rando. Dylan, moving on to round 3.
And plenty more OoTR to watch. Soulblade?
Take us away.
Very important question before we sign off here.
Swear to God, Soulblade.
Bum.
Can I call you Dylan?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Dylan, Dino, whatever you want.
I don't remember him dying in Lon Lon Ranch.
Okay, so coming up tomorrow, it's looking like we have 3 tournament races going down. I know that's for today's. It's only 2. I got my time zones mixed up. For tomorrow, February 10th at 3 p.m., we got another lower bracket round 2 of Gogeta versus Alexis. And then at 6:20 p.m., we have a winner bracket round 3 of Marco versus Sea Falcon. So those 2 races should be pretty good.
Yeah, keep an eye on the schedule. I encourage everybody, especially racers like CheckRaise and Dylan, come here in the commentator's booth, get some inside info on some future opponents maybe. You always learn something new here. And it's always fun to have a runner in the booth.
Definitely. That's going to be it for us today. Have a good rest of your afternoon or night or wherever it is.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.